absent today? Jose, who's next to you?
Ray Martino.
Oh, yeah, what happened to Ray? Oh, he had something at the Casa Grande. And Horace has gone to a second interview. Let's see. Okay, Miguel moved over there because Abel is gone AWOL. And Chelsea is not here. Okay, Nick is not here. Okay, good. So hopefully everybody was able to look at the description of what we need to do in Google+. Who was not able to get to Google+? Raise your hand. Okay, well, there's no reason Ray or Eric shouldn't have gotten there. Danielle, did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I was just...
On behalf of Sequoia or what?
It was loading.
You didn't see it earlier?
No, I was just waiting. Sorry.
Who's got it?
I should have had my hand up. I didn't get to it. I'm sorry.
Good
Okay,
job.
so everybody at 9:30, everybody here in Nevada at 9:30, you need to look at today's event. We can't possibly, let me say it this way, you're not going to be able to learn from me telling you from the beginning. You have to have an idea what we're going to talk about. Because at the beginning, you're going to be, if you're waiting for me to tell you about this, by the time class is over, you're going to say, oh, now I understand what he's talking about, but you're not going to understand what we did.
So click on the icon.
You go to the event. All right, so I'll go through this for everybody here. One way to do it, on your calendar. Everybody should have access to the calendar now. Does everybody have access to the calendar here?
Yes.
Okay. Jose, do you have the calendar?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm on the
Yeah.
calendar.
Okay, good. Sequoia, you have the calendar?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
on Google. Yep.
Okay. So at this period, you should have a picture of me, right? There should be two of them.
I have no idea.
One starts at 10. If you click on that, it brings you to the event. Now, for our purposes, that's one of the great powers, one of the great powerful, what makes the Google Calendar so powerful is you put an event on there that's a hangout, it goes on your calendar, you click on it, and it takes you to it. So by clicking that on your calendar, you should come to this event.
I don't have that.
And this is when Captain Teal
Something else is over.
was here. Yes.
Rick, I only have one.
I don't have that.
Okay. So, okay, and now, so Ron is bringing up a great point that I was about to mention. In Google, there's always more than one way to do things. So Ron pointed out another way, which is to go to the bell. So if you're in your calendar, there's a bell in the upper right. That shows you all of the new things,
Yeah, that's
This is
what
in
I
the account like
go
that.
to the bill.
so you don't have to be searching. Okay? What's another way to do it? Go to your Google Plus and go to your events page, and there might say one new thing there, or you can scroll down and you'll see new events. So there's multiple ways. Now, if you can't see it, it's because you're not in my circle. So when I invite everybody, if you didn't get an invitation, if you can't see it, it's because you didn't get an invitation, and sometimes email addresses aren't right. Did you check Veronica's email?
I just,
Her Gmail?
Yeah, I just did. You just have. I just added everybody in her circle, so you just have to accept her back.
Okay. So,
Because she can see your yesterday's event, she can't see today.
okay. So, there's multiple ways to do things, and what in Nevada we want everybody to do is to look at what we're going to talk about at the 10 o'clock class, before the 10 o'clock class, which gets you familiar with using Google+. Google Plus is extremely powerful. It's getting more powerful, and I now use it more than I use Gmail.
And Facebook?
I don't use Facebook.
He's grown.
Okay. But
My grandma's on a Facebook.
So for business purposes, Google Plus is just very good for many reasons. And we'll talk about that, why it's good when we get to Google Plus. But for purposes here, I find it's a lot more practical and functional to use Google Plus than it is Gmail. Anybody have an idea why? That's been here for a while?
Because Google is always updating every day. Is that what you're talking about?
But that would be the same with Gmail.
Oh.
Why Google Plus, not Gmail?
Oh,
The
okay.
graphics get people's attention quickly. Get more of an audience.
Well, okay, so those are true things, but when you're looking at your Gmail page, what do you see?
Just your email.
You see a bunch of lines of all of the Gmails that came in, and you might not know what they are, and maybe they have attachments. There's a little paper clip that they do.
Right.
When you look at your Google Plus page, what do you see?
You see pictures, videos.
Pictures, videos, little messages, links to things. And so I find it's a lot easier for me just to scroll down through my Google Plus to see messages than if I have to click through Gmails. Also, in Google Plus, I can get a message out to a lot of people quickly, right? And in Google Plus, if somebody replies to my posting, I can follow that, what's called a thread. Where in Gmail, I send an email to 5 people, 5 people reply. Now all of a sudden, I start getting a tremendous number of emails in my inbox about the same subject. So I find Google Plus is better at doing that. That's why we post it on Google Plus as opposed to sending everybody an email invitation or an email with an attachment. Okay? So what everybody should be doing here in Nevada at 9:30 is go to the event. And this is called an event in Google Plus. How do I know that? Right, because it says events, as opposed to communities or profile or home or whatever. So I go to the event, and what we want you to do is plus the event, and then read it, and then watch the video. Usually the video has to do with the Google app. So if we're studying Gmail, if we're learning Gmail, if we're doing Gmail, the video is a tutorial on Gmail. Now, what does that mean? It's a tutorial on Gmail. What would you think that means, Sequoia? Yeah, it's Danielle.
It walks you through the different features.
Yeah, so it just teaches you how to do certain things in Gmail. And we don't want to do Gmail here like everyone else. We want to do it as a professional, not as an amateur. And Gmail has a lot of depth. There's a lot of things in it. So the videos usually go with the Google app we're learning. It's one way to help you learn. Another thing is you can go back and review it, right? You don't have to memorize it. You just have to remember where to find it. And then you can build up a library, and you just have to remember, and then that gets you. So going to these Google events gets you familiar with using Google Plus and YouTube, and then you see there's a map in there and all kinds of things. So that's why we do it. So that's the thing to do at 9:30 every day. Does anybody here have any questions about what we're supposed to do at 9:30? Okay. Okay, because so nobody should say tomorrow, what am I supposed to do at 9:30? Now, tomorrow we have the Jesuit coming in to talk about ethics in the workplace, specifically honesty. And we need to finish with Chapter 3. So what I want to do today is have everybody start working on their mind map, and then other people who are somewhat comfortable with mind map to help the other people do it. So who is comfortable with mind map? Who is not comfortable with mind map? Who has no idea what mind map means? Okay, good. Okay, so Miguel, Jose, Veronica, Sequoia. Okay, and do you have it on your system? Mind map? Okay. Okay, and how about you, Danielle? How are you?
I'm good. I don't do it.
Okay, so that's a thing you have to practice doing. Okay, so Danielle brings up a good point about doing things we don't like to do. That's the things we should work on. Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Good. All right. So have you outlined?
I kind of got started on yesterday.
Okay, good. All right. So does anybody have any questions about what we're going to be doing for the next 35 minutes?
No.
Okay, so for the next 35 minutes, we're going to be working on Chapter 3, creating a mind map for Chapter 3. Okay? Any questions? All right, then let's get started. And let's see. Marcellus, you don't need help, right?
No.
But Jose does. Okay, and Miguel does. Can you help Miguel? Veronica, you need help, right? Phyllis, can you help Veronica?
Sure.
And I'm going to make sure Veronica is on circles. Okay, who else needs help? Eric needs help, Ray needs
So
help.
just help Jose, and then I'll just bounce over to them.
Yeah, help.
You know how to get there?
Okay, who else? Mark, how are you with mind map? Okay, can you help Ray?
I will.
Good, thank you.
You want me to create mine first, or help now?
Help Jose get started, because once he's started, then you can come back. And I'll make sure that Veronica.
I can help somebody.
Okay, help Eric. Eric needs help.
I've got it pretty well.
Good.
Hey, Lane. Great. Right there.
He has Norm downloaded it onto his desktop though. in Adobe.
Okay, so. Did you read all this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Veronica, we're going to help you in just a minute.
Okay.
You want them on desktop, right?
Hmm?
You want the maps on desktop, right?
Yeah. Well, ultimately, he should save it on his drive, but he should be using the desktop version. Okay, so remember, everybody, tomorrow when we're doing the mind map, when the Jesuit is here, you're not going to have access to the internet, so you need to use the desktop version of mind map for this.
I love to go sleep.
this. And you can also do that one. Okay, so now we're going to put this one.
So when I go with this, this gonna pop up.
I'm gonna show you. See now, see right here?
Okay.
It's always connected to this. Okay, now, we can line that right here. Just tuck it right. Okay, bigger right here. He's talking about this right here. See stage 1 right there. Stage 2, 3. Okay, now we're gonna make. I'll make the line back the big stages. So you can write the attitudes in the middle if you want. It's based on the edge. So it's like the attitudes. That's right. See right here?
Oh, hey.
Right here. Stop. Right here.
Okay, so Veronica's back into place.
Anna. Okay, now to make the child a note. Okay, you want to click on this one first.
Okay.
And to make one branch off from here, click. See how it's written right there? My child. There. See, you see it? And it branches off in this level. You can write stage 1 right there if you want.
Okay.
And
Oh, one. Right?
another one again. Is there
Another one of these?
no, click on the middle one. The attitudes.
Oh, it's attitudes. Okay.
And now click add a child. And you can name that one stage 2.
Okay.
Phyllis,
Yes.
can Veronica see the calendar? She's now on circles. She's in my circle.
See, yep, she has notification on the tree. I said she added her back. But she doesn't have she doesn't have the personal the events, but she has a calendar.
Okay. So, but she might not see the event because it was posted this morning.
None of the events for the week.
Well, she wasn't. I didn't have her
For the rest
in the circle when I created the event.
Oh, okay. Because like they're not that serious. Okay.
He doesn't want my help.
So
Okay,
see how you
all right.
do it, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now Now, after you do your 6 stages of hot charging, you start right here.
Okay, how about Ray?
Now,
Where are you? Are you back on board, Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark, why don't you give Eric a shot? Let's.
Norm, let me tell her one thing and then I'll.
inside of this one, you're going to write a summary of stage 1.
So go.
Okay?
Just write a summary of it? Or?
Yeah, summary of stage 1. But I'm just showing you so you know how to do it.
Okay.
And then, so you're gonna make 6 of these.
Oh.
No, I'm just trying to say. When you whenever you can do stages, all the stages first, and then you're gonna click on each one and do a little summary for each one. That's how you do it. So you know what you're doing. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, so when we so that's another way. If you want to sit on top of that, that's what
Big John. Tell him I need to
This is like this.
Stage 3.
Does the power go off on this screen?
somebody put their foot on the.
Danielle, turn the power off.
I'll put it back on. I apologize.
But the infant house kind of human obedience form, or motivated solely by self-interest.
So you put all this in stage 1, right?
Yeah.
So
This is stage 1.
this is stage 2. Do I have to put anything on here in stage 2?
However you want stage 2, however you want to.
Okay.
You put
The child is motivated.
you can put following rules when it's to my immediate self-interest.
So when I go to stage 2, I just go here and click it.
Click stage 2 and click add child.
Yes.
Okay.
Click on add child. Okay, click on add child first.
Right here.
Now you can come in. So stage 2 is following rules when it is to my immediate self-interest.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, don't worry about it. We all had our stuff on.
We just say take baby steps.
Man, I got you.
Okay. Rules. Okay. Oh, whatever. Process. There we go. Oh. Right? Space? Oh, practice this one. I'll be back. No, when I got a I still the sour shit. I don't even got a computer room. I can do it in there. Too. Yep. I'll show you some practice.
Not right now. I can't eat it.
I think you're gonna say that.
I'm gonna keep that shit 100.
I would think the same thing. But I try to not think about it.
Right. I need some here again. Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's good.
Interest.
Where you change?
There you go. ER. Yes.
Huh?
And then enter.
What?
There you go. That's it. Now click right here so you finish this. And when you want to edit it, click right there. On the top. Go to locate for edit. Yes, edit note. There, not finished. Space, spacing and PH.
Now you have choice.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, let's face it.
PHA.
Okay.
And then quotations.
Just.
Hold on, shift. Okay, enter. There you go. See how it fixes it? See how stage 1, here go. Stage 2, here go. Now you want to click here. And okay, click here. Just edit, add a child. And it's going to stage 3. Get it?
I got it now. Thank you.
I'm going to check on you.
I'm sure. Okay, so I do it right. Okay. I'm working down.
Yeah, did you get to watch the video?
Yeah, it was a good video.
Yeah, wait.
I was and they were doing a bike exchanges of honesty. That's wrong.
Yeah, so it's
Whatever your best is today, I think
No, this one won't be right. Still a race for us.
so we're trying to figure out those items. Oh. So one thing I like
So, watch. See right here, ready? You read the pages over here. You can read it right here. Same thing as on that's their copy.
This is what should have happened this movie.
I don't know.
No, that's from 7 times.
7 pounds. That's a good movie.
I'm gonna watch it when I go home.
Now I might have like
Same thing that you think that.
for how to play. So he's here tomorrow.
Definitions on them.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Diagram, but there's a nose.
Right.
Take off of the top.
See, this is what I might.
For my cousin,
Now, come back here. Go to stage 2. Copies of the thing if you want. All right. It'll move over when you actually want to put that in. Put it what it is.
I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Right.
Taking a minute, I'm getting there.
Okay, so here's one thing for everybody to do. Is you have chapter 3. One thing to do would be to put stage 1, or you can just put 1 or something. And then what I would do would be to have an abbreviated, well, what is that stage? So it's infantile. Right? Now what I would then do is click on A for attachment, go to the Adobe file, and copy exactly what it says from the book to here. So what do I have now? I have stage 1 is infantile. Well, what the hell does that mean? Well, I click on the paper clip and I go in and I have exactly what it says in the book. So I don't need the book anymore, right? Because I have verbatim what the book says. But then when I would save that, then I would create a tab over here and maybe type in thoughts. What does it mean to me? Or questions. Another one could be questions that I want to ask the priest tomorrow. And then I would have maybe another one that said notes. Like when he's talking tomorrow, oh, I want to remember that. I'll put it down here. So that would be one way to tackle this thing. So for every stage, I had 3 notes: thoughts, questions, and notes, and a paper clip. That's one way to do it. That's sort of how, in my brain, it works, because then I would collapse these down by selecting this and hitting F, and it would shrink it down so I wouldn't even see those. So all I would see were the 6 stages. When he goes to stage 2, I click on this and hit F, it opens it up. And I can go from there. So that's one way. If you don't, the idea of this is you'll develop your own pattern of how your brain thinks and to figure out more efficient ways to do things. But if you're stuck on, I don't know how to get started, this is one way to do it.
Check it out.
That video was exceptional.
Which video?
I want to leave and go.
Which video?
The motivational video.
Oh. Good. Okay.
I know you. Where'd you find that? This was just typing in motivation videos.
Something probably, yeah. Dennis, how are you doing out there?
Very well, Ed. We're out there. Everyone's working on their mind map.
Good. Okay.
We're putting in all the six stages and the questions for each stage, and commenting and putting their perspectives.
Terrific. Fantastic. Is there anything I can help you with?
We're good right now. We're just getting everybody caught up to speed. As you know, some are faster than others. Some are more newer students, and other students are helping out. Each one is trying to teach one.
Okay, great.
Oh, dude, rappers? Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you.
Copying and pasting into the notes.
Yeah.
You use the clipboard and copy and paste, but I can't seem to get mine to
Okay.
paste.
Are you in Adobe from your desktop running Adobe, or are you doing it from
I
the?
tried it in the Adobe Reader and from the Google.
Okay, so it has to be from your desktop.
I even copied from the desktop, printed it into Google Docs, and copied it from that, trying to.
Yeah, there's a setting. I don't remember what it is. Norm had that problem yesterday, and he figured it out. But it has to be the Adobe Reader on your desktop. You can't be looking at it through Chrome.
No, I've done that. I've tried like 5 different ways.
Then when you get into stage 3,
Yeah.
library. Stage 1, stage 2.
Okay, we have about 6 minutes, everyone.
You understand what I'm trying to get at? Now let me see. All by yourself. You don't want that. Just go ahead and put them at once. And then Andrew, there, it's gone. Just hit enter and it goes back. So now you can go back and go on the same side. Right there.
Did you see the friend circles for run?
No, but I added her.
Okay. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Going to my brother's.
One of your brothers?
Yeah.
In California?
Here.
Oh, okay. You got family here?
Yeah, both my brothers live here, and parents, everybody lives here now.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I want to open this book,
After stage 5.
I'm just saying, yeah.
If you want us to come, it's right there.
Oh, okay.
Stage 6 right there.
I'm gonna do 4 and 5. Okay.
Just click on my top line.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So click on this one.
This one?
Touch out.
Thank you.
Go back to
You should go.
Okay, everybody, 3 minutes.
I'm trying to get my line down here.
Hey, cut it, or what do you, did you write down any questions yet for tomorrow? Ask a different question.
I'm like, no wonder she wants to be with mom, girl. Already. So I can relate. I wouldn't be offended. Thank you.
Hey, no third power.
That's what she's trying to say.
We're learning.
Bad chance. No, I couldn't handle that.
Oh, sure you could.
Can't outnumber.
Give me a minute. I'll be there. I'll be with them.
Don't do that.
I said, give me a minute. I'll be with them.
In this county.
Hello?
Oh, he ain't looking at that out numbers. He's smart man. No, thank you.
Now we got.
Okay, everybody, 1 minute.
I don't want to say.
Okay, so remember to shut your computers all the way down.
Okay. You don't want to go and break you. Staying ready.
While the internet's going off.
No, he got it on it.
It's on Adobe.
Yeah. Huh?
You talking about on Adobe?
Yeah, no, the internet's going off. So anybody who's taking their break, let's get wrapped up. Turn your computer off.
Because we're about to end right now.
Okay, thank you in California.
Okay, thank you, Ed. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow. Bye.